Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AM Sports here with me, Muftau Nabila Abdullah. Ghana will be coming up against South Africa on December 16 ahead of the African Cup of Nations that will be happening in Morocco. Ghana did not qualify. Ghana is not participating, but the Bafana has gotten in touch with the Ghana Football Association to try or have a friendly match ahead of the tournament. And it is part of their preparations as they build up to the competition. Head coach of the team, Kasim Mingle, has released his 20-man squad for that game. Let's take a look at the squad ahead of that friendly match on December 16 as South Africa readies themselves for the competition. And these are the players that he's called up. There's only one House of Oak player and no commercial Asante Kotoko player made the squad that has been assembled by the head coach ahead of that very match. And in goal post, we have Heart of Lions, Lawrence Osei and Felix Che of Midiama SC. And for the defenders, Kamaradini Mamadou of Midiama SC, Isaac Affle of FC Samatex. Isaac Affle made a debut for the Black Stars in November last year during the African Cup of Nations qualifier against Niger. Kamaradini also played in that game as well. Razak Simpson, who was part of the Black Stars squad during the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. He played matches against Angola and Niger. He's also been called up for this contest. Since that last game against Niger, Razak Simpson has not been called up to the Black Stars. There's a place for Ebenezer Annan of Heart of Lions. He also had a Black Stars debut. Ali Mohammed of Heart of Oak. He's the only Heart of Oak player who has been called up for this friendly match. Samuel Osei-Kufo of Nations FC, Abdul Aziz of Swedro All Blacks. And when you go to the midfielders, Eche Dogley of Heart of Lions, Nana Kusi Asante of Vision FC, Prince Owusu of Midiama FC. Prince Owusu was recently part of the Black Stars team that played against Central African Republic. He was also part of the team against Comoros and was recently in Korea and Japan for the friendly matches the Black Stars played. He plays for Midiama SC. Salim Adams is Midiama SC as well. Midiama SC players dominate this very squad. Emmanuel Aban of Bechemi United, Calvin Nkrumah of Midiama. Calvin was also part of the team. And in fact, just yesterday, I mentioned that Calvin Nkrumah is a product of the Milo Under-13 Championship after we did that story. And there's also a place for Emmanuel Ano, Emmanuel Mafo of Ediana Stars. Ano is with Nations FC. Rudolph Jr. Kwesi Mensah is with Federal All Blacks. Samuel Atakumi is with Gold Stars. And Said Suraj, he is with Dreams FC. So these are the players Kasim Mingle is taken to South Africa for that friendly match because the Black Stars A, the players will not be assembling for this game because they did not qualify for the tournament. So the players are with their clubs in Europe, assisting them to achieve their various goals for the season. So home-based players have been assembled to go and face Bafana as they prepare for the African Cup of Nations that will be taking place in Morocco. It starts on December 21. And they will come up against the Black Stars on December 16. They will fly out to the tournament, for the tournament on December 17. Now let's talk about a new sport in Ghana. It is not that new, but it is new to many people because this is a sport that's not so familiar. They call it a paddle sport. This is a sport that is played with a racket with two people. It's just like pickleball. However, this is a bit different. The 2025 championship kicked off in Spintex just yesterday. And my colleague Abdul Karim Benin was there and has details in this report.
The prestigious event will see at least 16 international teams compete against the Ghanaian team for bragging rights and the lucrative prizes at stake. The international tournament is expected to climax the Ghana Padel season with French, Nigerian and Ivorian teams among the international participants. Professional Padel Association of Ghana President John Noel Said explains what makes the second edition different from the first.
What's special about this tournament is that we have so many teams from outside. We have at least 16 teams from abroad that came to participate in this event. Last year, we had, I think, about 4 or 5 teams. So that's what makes it so special, that we have been recognized around our neighboring countries and European countries like French and because we have some French players, that this tournament is quite interesting for them to come and play and experience the level and experience the Ghana way. Well, we are thrilled to have so many great players coming this year, and we encourage all the friends to come. We have a player that is 250 in the world. We have a player that's 400 in the world. We have a player that's 600, then 800, 900, 1000, 1001, 1002, 1004, and so on. We have so many professional players ranked in the FIP ranking that are here, and I think we're going to see some incredible paddle, and it's the first time that we see these kinds of players in Ghana.
The Egyptian team of Ali Zakloul and Sherif Maklouf are confident of emerging champions in the men's P250 category.
I'm trying to do whatever I can do for me and my partner to win this tournament. The weather here is very good. All the people are too nice and too kind. We don't need anything except playing this tournament and 200% in the court.
This week, looking forward to win this tournament in Ghana. We're excited. We'll give 100% and we'll try to win the tournament.
The men will compete in the P250 and P50 categories, while the women will battle it out in the P100 category. The tournament will come to a conclusion on Sunday, where the prizes and medals will be handed out to the winners.
More action tonight in Europe as the UEFA Champions League continues. Let's take a look at the fixtures of matches that will be happening later tonight in the UEFA Champions League. And we have Karabakh coming up against Ajax Amsterdam. And this game will kick off at 5:45 p.m. Villarreal will come up against Copenhagen. Atletico Bilbao will come up against PSG. Borussia Dortmund will come up against Bodo Glimt. Benfica will be at home to Napoli. Club Brugge will come up against Arsenal. Juventus will play Pafos. Leverkusen will play Newcastle United. And Real Madrid will come against Manchester City. These are the fixtures. And as always, the matches are kicking off at 8 p.m. and not 9 p.m. as you can see on your screen. Those kicking off at 16:45 is rather at 5:45 p.m. or GMT or 17:45 GMT. That's the kickoff times of the various matches. We wrap up with what Xabi Alonso and Pep Guardiola has been saying ahead of their fixture later tonight.
Yep, it's a great game tomorrow, as you were saying. It's a very good opportunity for us to keep on progressing with more points in Champions League, and we know that tomorrow Bernabeu will have a great Champions Night atmosphere against a rival that has been champions a few years ago. A few years ago. We are playing at home, and supporters and players, they all know what kind of game we're going to have, and we expect to play a good game tomorrow. Good morning.
So Barcelona, Madrid are the toughest opponents, the toughest clubs, I would say, to be a manager. The more difficult one for the pressure, for environment. So last season, I have been sacked 6 months before end of the season. So it's a difficult place, but he knows it. He has been here. He knows the reality. It's a question of, winning games. I know they have a lot of absence. I know what happened when you want to build something. Like many players are injured. It happened ourselves last season. So, but of course, he's capable to do it. What require that position, being manager for Madrid.
Just speaking about the culture difference here compared to England, what is the biggest thing you've found in England that maybe makes it easier? I don't know if easier is the right word to manage in England.
No, and everywhere today you have to win, otherwise you have a problem. But in England you don't see one journalist. What happens inside in the locker rooms always remain there. In Spain, my experience in Barcelona, Madrid, everybody knows everything.
Pep Guardiola there, he was basically touching on the future of Xabi Alonso and what he has to do to ensure that he keeps his job, because media reports began speculating over the weekend that there's a possibility that he'll be shown the exit door. And in fact, the names like Jurgen Klopp and Zinedine Zidane have come up as potential replacement for Xabi Alonso if he is sacked. In fact, some media reports actually indicated that when he had issues with Vinicius Jr., he went and spoke to Eder Militao to mediate the differences that exist between them. And Vinicius was like, why did he not speak to him directly? So such conversations, per media reports, have come up. And it is possible that this game could define the future of Xabi Alonso as the manager of Real Madrid. This is how we wrap up our AM Sports here. With me, Muftau Nabila. Head on to myjoyonline.com and read some more sports. So the newspaper review is coming your way up next.